Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your March 2023 monthly reading. This is your general monthly reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Wow, beautiful. Thank you guys so much for being here. Look at that. Love it. For all my beautiful returning viewers and subscribers, I appreciate your love, your support, your likes, shares, comments, subscribes, all of the above. Everyone that's booked a reading or sent donations, I love and appreciate you guys so much. If you are new to me, welcome. Thank you guys for checking out my channel, my readings. I do read intuitively, so don't go just based off the cards that you see here. I do get various messages throughout the reading. Your monthly reading here is a 9-card spread, beginning, middle, and ending of the month. Your playlist will be up here for all the Sagittarius readings, so you can check those out. Remember not to miss out on your moon, rising, and Venus signs. And let's get to it. I'm going to also pull energy oracles. Now, your major arcanas right off the bat: the Lovers, the High Priestess, and the Justice card. So I do feel like you're starting off the month of March very strong. There is a little bit of this push and pull, almost like a power dynamic in a relationship that perhaps there is I'm getting this feeling of someone feeling like they need to be a bit more like tight shipped, like to run a tight ship, like to keep things a little bit on a tighter schedule, or keeping tabs on people. There's this feeling of losing control or losing their connection, and so therefore they think they need to they think they need to keep you tied and bound, or vice versa. You may feel as though perhaps there has to be something that ties someone down, okay? So careful of that energy. That's definitely a feeling of doubt and insecurity in a connection, in a relationship, whether that's you or someone that you are involved with. Now, no, I'm not putting blame here, but these can be situations that can be internal. They can come from childhood wounds, past trauma, past relationships, and it probably has nothing to do with you, but it's definitely affecting you in real time here. So whatever those triggers may be, or you may be noticing someone maybe reacting or behaving this way, this is definitely a topic of conversation that needs to take place here. But as I was saying, you have the High Priestess as one of your major arcanas, which is very strong here when it comes to trusting your intuition. Trusting if something doesn't feel right, it's because it's not, okay? Especially in a relationship. If you're already starting to notice someone kind of like losing control of their mouth, of their behavior, of their actions, of like being a little too snippy towards you, or vice versa, it's like that kind of feeling of a storm warning. That energy is bubbling over, bubbling through. By the end of the month, you do end with the Justice card here, which tells me that things are going to eventually balance out throughout the month. Things will be made just right. So the card of All Tied Up is part of your monthly energy here. This could be how you are feeling tied and bound to something or someone or a specific situation. I'm even hearing for some of you a specific upbringing, right? Maybe you were raised one religion, but you're with someone who practices another, or have your spiritual beliefs, religious beliefs have changed. Or perhaps the way you were raised is not the ideal way to raise your own children if and when you're at that point. And so this could feel like you're almost trying to make big changes in your life, but there is something that still keeps you, whether this is mentally, emotionally, physically, even spiritually, energetically, or financially, okay? So apply it to your situation. I do feel like some of you may be experiencing that energy of feeling tied and bound to something or someone. Perhaps you're ready to leave your job, but you need the money. Feeling tied and bound to your job, feeling as though you don't feel enough, like you have enough wiggle room to even look for another job. Perhaps it could be that you're ready to buy a house, you're ready to expand your family. However, you signed a 12-month lease, and so you feel like you're tied and bound to this lease, and you know, as much as you may be ready to buy a house or a home or whatever it may be, it's like, well, it's going to cost me a pretty penny to break through this lease, right? So it's little things like that. They could be very minor, but they can also be pretty big, pretty major, because we do have very much love, family, marriage, partnership focus here. And you've got a few little annoyance cards that can be a little bit stressful, you know, coupled with the all tied up card. If you were to put the all tied up card with the 5 of Swords, the nine and the Knight of Swords as well, this is a lot of mental strife, discord, a lot of, you know, going back and forth with, you know, feelings and beliefs that you would rather put to bed, put an end to it, never want to think about it or see it or go through it again. But this could also be the way someone treats you. That can be a little bit of a mind game, you know? And so you're just like, not this again. I feel like I can't break free. I feel like I can't think for myself, blah, 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 whatever it may be for you, whatever you may be experiencing. There is something that feels like it's a very difficult energy to break free from. Now, it could even be you feel tied and bound to a specific partner. Like maybe it's been over and done with, but some of you are like, it's cheaper to keep her, or I don't want the drama because this person's a narc, this person's manipulative, this person's toxic, unhealthy. They make me fearful that, you know, it's, if I can keep the peace while we're together, even as roommates, rather than, you know, going through a breakup or a separation, I'm going to save myself the headache, you know, especially if your kids are a little bit bigger and you're just thinking, oh, I just can't wait for my child or my children to turn 18, right? Listen, here's your reminder that there is absolutely no reason why anybody should put up with any type of abuse, mental, emotional, physical, you know, manipulative energy, someone putting them down, someone, you know, trying to, I feel like they're gaslighting you. They're making you feel bad for the decisions, the choices that you have made and are wanting to make. So keep that in mind. I do feel like some of you feel like you're unable to divorce, separate, break up, move out, break free from something because perhaps they've already threatened to hold something over you, right? Go ahead and leave. I'll never let you see the kids. That type of energy, you know? Or I'm not going to give you a single dime. Good luck on your own, you know? And maybe you don't have a job or you don't make enough money to make it on your own. It just feels like very manipulative energy, like they're dangling this carrot of, haha, you have no choice but to stay with me. Now, because the very first row does feel like it's a very strong, committed relationship, I wouldn't be too worried for the majority of you. I feel like only some of you may be going through a little bit of a difficulty. You know, I don't feel like this 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords, and Knight of Swords is really applying to everyone, okay? And now you also have the Angel of Strength, which, by the way, another 5. You have 50, and you have the 23 card here, and another 5 here. So some of you may be seeing the numbers 555 or 222, because you have the High Priestess here and the 2 of Cups, along with card number 22, the yin-yang energy. So those angel numbers may be significant. Those synchronistic numbers, you may be seeing them, or you're going to start to see them a little bit more often. You know, trust your thoughts, what you're feeling, you know, especially if you're trying to, you know, break things down to understand things, and then you start noticing these number synchronicities. That's your spirit guides, guardian angels trying to point to you, hey, you're on the right track. What you're thinking is right on the money. You're on the right track. Whether that's a good idea or whether that's confirming, you know, something that doesn't feel right, and you're just like, am I overreacting? Am I trusting my intuition? I feel like this and that is off, and then all of a sudden you see 555 or 222 or 22. Now those numbers generally mean 555 are like, you know, big, drastic, uncomfortable changes, right? Growing through what you're going through. 222 can definitely be about partnerships and highlighting the energy of partnerships. So, you know, Google your own messages there and see what comes up that resonates with you. The Angel of Strength, this is like very strong Leo energy. This is like the Strength card in the regular deck. I do feel like at this time, if you feel like you've just had it, you're really ready to break free from something, you're really, hoping that you can let go of old paths, old ways, old connections, that now is the time for you to really lean on your guides, your spirit guides, guardian angels, to help gain that additional strength that maybe you feel like you don't have enough in you, right? The card of yin yang is really highlighting that, listen, you're on the right track here when it comes to making the right decisions for you, right? This is being in full balance and harmony. And what did I say? That you'll be ending the month in, feeling like things have worked out for the right reasons, the right, justifications, making things right between you and a situation or other people, and finding the balance within the scales. Definitely the yin yang card is highlighting, you take the good with the bad, and know that if you're just experiencing a lot of low points, a lot of, uneasiness or hard changes in your life, know that there are equal amount, if not more, positive that will come with it. It is law. It is, in terms of balance. And, the card of angel of strength is letting you know that you do have, your spirit guides, guardian angels around you, surrounding you, lending you strength. And if you feel like you can't keep going through a specific situation, or you're needing the strength, it's like, literally just spirit guides, guardian angels, I call on to you to lend me your strength to get through whatever it is you're trying to get through. It's really as easy as that. Use it as an affirmation, use it as a quiet moment. You can look up like a meditation or something on YouTube, just some, binaural beats or meditation hertz, whatever, maybe like, I think it's 424 or 428 is for, emotional healing. So if you need some of that to be able to help you and just connect with your angels, lend me your strength to help me get through this. Help me see the clarity. Help me see the good, even if I feel like I'm going through the bad. Really work with that, with your angels, and build that relationship with them. Trust me, it really will be helpful. Now, I do feel, like I said, the majority of you are definitely in this energy of, oh my God, feeling like you are on top of the world when it comes to love, right? Wait, did I do that the other way? It was this way. I mean, gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful cards here. The 10 of Cups, the Lover's card, and the 2 of Cups. This is divine counterpart, soulmate love, soulmate energy. This is your happily ever after with the 10 of Cups, feeling emotionally fulfilled, but also knowing that you've met the right person for you. This is the one. This is the one that you're going to move forward with. This is the one that you can build a life, a future with. This is divinely guided, being at the right place at the right time. This is being given a choice. If you've been in past connections, past relationships, and you've been fearful of getting involved in another one, this is like the universe saying, enough is enough. Come out of, the cave, you hermit, right? We've got somebody for you, right? And so I do feel like this is a very, very strong spiritual connection. I also feel that if you aren't with anyone, if you haven't met anyone, you're going to really start to feel very emotionally elevated. This energy of bliss is what I'm feeling for you. And the 2 of Cups can be you really connecting with your guides and saying, okay, I'm ready. Show me my person. Guide me towards the right path. Show me how good it's really going to get for me, right? And so I do feel like you have this opportunity to really connect with the person that has very beautiful potential future connection in terms of having a very strong spiritual and even like a soul psychic connection where you're reading each other's minds, thoughts, like not in a creepy way, but like you're thinking about each other, and just at the moment that you're going to reach out to each other, it's like you're both messaging each other at the same time, or you happen to talk to each other and you both happen to be having the same type of lunch unplanned, or you meet up and you kind of accidentally are wearing something similar or the same colors. Like you're noticing a pattern, noticing like even like a color scheme where the two of you are really connected, you know, like very, very deep. It's not just on an emotional level, but it's very, I'm seeing like very synchronistic, right? Like on the original, on the tarot of the strength card, where you see the infinity symbol, right? Is it the strength card? Yeah, I think it's the strength card. Why did I just blank out here? I was looking at the 5 of Swords here with the Ace of Cups. Now the Ace of Cups right underneath the 2 of Cups with the Justice card, it's definitely saying, listen, this is long-term commitment, marriage material. Okay, this is the universe, the scales balancing in your favor, the universe saying you've been through enough, no more karmics, no more, you know, toxicity, no more unhealthy connections. We're removing all these people away from you and showing you just how good it's going to get for you, okay? Now, I do feel that with the 5 of Swords, there's still here some unfinished business. So if you did meet someone new or you are with someone new where it just feels right, it's going to work out for you. I just feel like there is still someone that you've got history with that can pop back up, especially because I believe is it at the end of March or the end of April, somewhere around there. March, April, we've got Mercury retrograde coming soon. And, you know, we've always got the shadow period right before it as well. So don't be surprised if someone does come around trying to like stick their nose where it doesn't belong, trying to sniff out what the competition is, you know, thinking that they'll forever have a place in your life. I feel like this person's about to have a very rude awakening that, you know, you're ready for better, you're ready for more. And this is either you in this turmoil type energy of, I'm gonna have to cut this person off completely, but I'm afraid of how they're going to be with me. I'm afraid of retaliation. I'm afraid of, you know, them hurting me in some way or being vengeful. I feel that this can also be you letting them have it, letting them know, listen, it didn't work out. Things just didn't work out and they were not meant to be, but you go your way, I go my way. And you're like very much, very quickly are like, I've already found someone new, someone better, someone that's going to love me, care for me, give me everything that I've wanted and then some that you couldn't even fulfill or even attempt to give me. And you could be leaving this person in that 9 of Swords energy. So I do, like I said, I feel like the scales are being balanced. Your commitment to yourself and how you want things moving forward is feeling more like it's in line and in balance with doing what's best and what's right for you, right? For you, for your future, for your relationship, for your family, your children. I know this is very much focused on love. This could be a business partnership, but honestly, this really feels like a love relationship connection here that you may be, you know, interacting with or getting away from one to see what's going on with another. You know what? Let me pull the Kipper. What is Sagittarius feeling tied and bound to? Well, that was quick. You could be a little bit of this bad health energy. This could be physical, medical issues, right? Physical health. This can also be mental and emotional health, right? Maybe there's some sort of codependency here. Maybe there's someone who's self-medicating who's got mental health issues. Could be you, could be someone else around you, and you feel very responsible to this person. Could also be that maybe you or someone that you are feeling tied and bound to are experiencing some health issues, right? Extreme highs and lows. You know, you're feeling good and healthy 1 minute, and then all of a sudden, like, your world comes crashing down and you're just like, I can't do this alone. So at this time, I feel like until you get your health in order, you're taking much better care of yourself. Health is wealth, my Sagittarius friends. You definitely feel like, if you feel like your health is deteriorating or you're like doing the best that you can and you know you need this person's help, or, you know, whatever the situation is bringing to the surface here when it comes to health and feeling tied. Like maybe I'm hearing, maybe some of you are like, been told you have to eat a certain way, or you have to, you know, take a specific medication X amount of hours, days, however long you have to take, and you feel like you're stuck to this, right? Like, for example, I'm not diabetic, so don't quote me on this, but I remember having family members that are diabetic, and they have to check their sugar, and, you know, it's got to be like every so often, and they got to check their sugar intake, or they've got to, I'm sorry, they have to check their sugar, and to see where they're at, if they need to inject insulin, if they, you know, they have to be careful with what they eat. I feel like you feel very restricted at this time. That's more like the right word. And no, I'm not saying that you have diabetes, right? But it's that energy. You also have these cards that flew out. Look at that. Great fortune and high honor. So for some of you, this is financially tied, right? If you have come into some money and you feel like, well, if I try to leave, if I try to do something, I'm going to be looked at in a bad light. I want to be looked at in more of a higher regard that I am here. I am taking care of my family. I'm taking care of, you know, those that love me, care for me, etc. Right? I also feel, though, that for some of you, you may be tied to a specific lifestyle that's being taken care of for you, right? So could be some financial codependency issues here that could be happening. Now, in terms of this Five of Swords and Nine of Swords, this, you know, fears and worries, sleepless nights, overthinking about whether or not, like, I just get this feeling of, is it better for me in the long run to stay? Should I leave? Do I need a break? And then we'll come back together to work things out. I feel like there's some of those questions coming in. However, I just, yeah, look at that. This is the card of keeping yourself stuck. This is self-imposed imprisonment, all tied up there. So whatever it is that you've got going on in your head where you feel like I can't leave because of XYZ, that's the story you've told yourself. That's the belief that you've been having ingrained in yourself. And so when you feel like there's no wiggle room, when you feel your freedom, you've been stripped of your freedom, my goodness, so many swords, Seven of Swords. This is either you wanting to walk away with no repercussions, and like, I feel like at some point reaching your breaking point where you're just like, I don't need, they're going to push me to the edge, and then I'm just going to leave and not care. And Queen of Swords it is. So Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, you have strong Libra and Gemini here. You have all air, you know, that's around here, but you do have Gemini here. But I do feel like this is someone who can be a bit argumentative, very blunt with their words. This is someone who can, if you're not careful, be very, you know, into the emotional and mental manipulation, head games, trying to convince you, gaslight you. It's like follow their agenda or else is how I'm hearing it, okay? So I don't feel like a relationship is one-sided, but I do feel as though there is room to heal and communicate when it comes to feeling stuck in your head, feeling like, I just get this, I'm sorry, Sag, I'm just getting this really strong feeling that everything can be like perfect and happy, and you're having the best time, and like a few days or a week or 2 weeks go by, and it's like no arguments, no discord, no strife, like everything just feels like you're on cloud nine. And then all of a sudden, whether this is you or someone else, someone's insecurity starts, you know, boiling up, and it turns into this really toxic argumentative state, you know. And it could be in regards to money, career, finances, or shared finances, shared resources, or what your plans or goals are for your family if you have children in a partnership, right? What is the advice here for Sagittarius moving forward? Well, that's the Tower card. Two of Swords, Five of Cups. I feel like you're not going to make a decision. I feel like you're just going to allow things to come down, fall apart the way they need to. And I feel like you're not doing it because you want to, but rather you want them to realize the havoc that they tend to create, whether this is you or them. The Two of Swords is feeling very immovable, very like, I'm afraid to see what comes next. And the Five of Cups is just kind of like, if I turn my back, you know, if I turn my back, even when things are going good, it just reminds me that these moments of entanglements, of not getting along, it weighs heavier on you than the happy times. And I feel like you end up wanting more happiness, wanting more fun, more joy, more, I'm hearing it like very lighthearted energy. It's good for a while, and then all of a sudden, like, I don't know, this almost feels like you're with someone who's maybe got bipolar issues or emotional imbalances that they're not seeking medical attention for. Maybe they're self-medicating. Maybe they think that it's okay if they self-medicate, but it's really not, because clearly there's still a lot of not getting along, a lot of pain, a lot of arguments and manipulations, okay? So messages of love here. What does Sagittarius need to know? Wow, I pulled out the warning that said, don't dismiss the red flags. And I don't know if you heard that, but somebody was honking outside. So the card of play hard, find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other. Some of you have new love coming in. A new love or recommitment to love is developing. Now, those of you that are trying to continue to get this to work, especially because the Justice card is here, I do feel like you will. There will be this reconnection in love. There will be this feeling of reconciliation and, you know, a resurgence of love and getting back to where you've always felt was a good place with this person. Now, you do have the warning card here of don't dismiss the red flags. Some of you may be turning a blind eye. Like I said, you may be turning a blind eye to some of this bad behavior. And so it's going to be a continuous cycle because they're not listening, they're not learning, or vice versa. You also have the card of mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. I feel like for some of you, the spiritual lesson here is to really unblock your throat chakra, feel the feelings and speak on it. You know, especially if you're feeling very, what's the word? Emotionally spent, drained. Yeah, the card of time apart. Some distance will help bring clarity. And I said it. Some of you are not even thinking of like breakup, separation, divorce, but rather just like some time apart to like really sort things out. And it says some distance will help bring clarity, but also the card of regret. Someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. So having that conversation can really bring in a new perspective to how their behavior is not okay. You know, it's not okay. It's never been okay. They've gotten away with it for quite a while, but it needs to come to an end. So let's close this out with the wisdom of the oracle. A change in the wind, and there it is, making changes. Tick-tock, divine timing is at play here. Right place, right time, and truth be told. Another card of communication, being honest with yourself, but also being honest with those involved, honest with others. Now, a change in the wind, and look at that. Card number 12, which is 3, and the card of number 30. You've got another 5 here, number 14. So, a change in the wind. You could be planning or moving ahead in one direction, but things are about to take a different turn. And it doesn't necessarily mean like super bad or things falling apart for you, but it is, you know, bringing up this energy of making sure that you are flexible enough to go with the flow, to allow things to change the way they need to for that specific outcome. Sometimes you may be barking up the wrong tree, going down the wrong path, and the universe is like, listen, sister, you've been going at this all wrong for a really long time. We're finally going to uproot you and move you to a different direction so you realize that what we have in store is better for you. So a change in the wind, expect that maybe some things may not work out or move in the way that you had hoped, because everything is working in divine timing here. This is the card of TikTok. This is right place, right time. This is when things are meant to unfold, when things are meant to manifest, when things are meant to happen for the two of you, or in whatever your situation is, it's because it's about to happen. I also feel that with the hands being here with the clock, it's like showing you, listen, we're giving you that time. We're showing you, we're proving it to you. Time is on your side here. You have the card of truth be told. Now, this card can also signify making sure that you speak up. You speak on your feelings. You speak on, you know, your hurts or disagreements and how it made you feel, bringing in a sense of clarity, but also, you know, being open and honest about yourself and your feelings and how they make you feel, good or bad, doesn't matter. You know, maybe some of you have never told a partner or some, you know, a friend, a family member that you love them. And maybe now this is the time, like it's time for you to be truthful and honest, especially if somebody is feeling a bit neglected. Okay, Sagittarius. So I hope that's been, you know, been able to bring you some clarity here. As always, your playlist is here, whatever the reading I have for you. Make sure you guys subscribe with your notifications turned on. Your mid-month reading is going to be mid-month bonus on all things luck, money, finance, career, manifestations, and if they're blocked or where we're going there. If you'd like to book a personal reading, the link is in the description box down below. And what else? Well, thank you guys once again, and I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.